Names. Yes, names. Do you, as a communicator, as a speaker, as a salesperson, do you see your ability to use someone's name as a superpower of your communication skills? Well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. Hey folks, Marcus Sheridan here. I love names. I love talking about names. If you read that book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, they talk about names. But I'm telling you what, names are one of the most underutilized superpowers of the world's greatest communicators. And when I say this today, it's with any situation, whether it's a sales situation, whether you're giving a workshop, whether you're giving a keynote, a pitch, because there is magic behind integrating the usage of your audience's names into your presentations. And this is why, whenever you go somewhere to speak, you want to make sure, if possible, you have the audience wear name tags. This could even include a conference call where you can see everybody's name on the call. That could act as a name tag in this case. But you've been in a conference before probably where somebody was sitting down next to you and they were wearing a lanyard and their name tag was sitting on their waist, and so therefore you couldn't read it. Or maybe you were in a speaking situation and you couldn't see their name tag. Or maybe their name was so small that you couldn't barely see it. And so that's why, as a speaker, I literally require my event organizers, especially if it's a workshop and I have control over this. Sometimes if you've got a huge audience of hundreds and thousands, you can't necessarily do this. But we always ask that at minimum they have a name tag right here with their first name in large print, and then that they have a name placard as well that's sitting in front of them. You say, that sounds like overkill, Marcus. Well, once you understand the power of using names effectively, it makes all the difference, because there's a few reasons here. Whenever you are engaging with the audience and you ask the audience a question, preferably you ask with the person's name in the question. So, Marcus, what do you think about that? Bill, what would be your answer to that? Jenny, so what are your thoughts? So as soon as we do that, now there's the other element that so many communicators, sales pros forget, that when somebody engages with you and they talk back to you, you always want to confirm or reaffirm what they just said by using their name. So in other words, you might thank them, that was a great answer, or I love your point, but you don't want to just leave it there. You want to say, Jenny, that was a great response. Or Jeff, I love what you're thinking right there. And so you always want to confirm what was just said by using that person's name. When they see that on the front end and on the rear, now they're thinking, wow, this person, they know me, and you're developing a deeper relationship with your audience because of it. And of course, you can use names and callbacks later on as well. And so let's say that you're 30 minutes into the presentation and you say, hey, do you remember what Jeff said earlier? Now, once again, the audience realizes they are a part of this conversation. So here's the test. Whenever you respond to a response that somebody has given you. In other words, if you ask someone a question and they respond back to you, how often are you using their name? How often are you integrating names into your presentations and your conversations and your pitches? If you do this, I promise it'll make a huge difference and you're going to develop deeper relationships of trust. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. As always, my friends, let's go get to work.